Hi, my name is Jeffrey Jaron Hackelman, and this is my video summary of the paper I wrote for International Business. The title of the paper that I wrote was The Effects of Sports Franchises on Local Economies Around the World. Um, I chose to study this because this is actually the field of study that I want to pursue after getting my bachelor's degree. I'd like to study the um, concepts of sports management and administration. And so this was a good opportunity for me to learn more about it on the global scale from the effects it has on different nations around the world outside of the United States. Sports is the heartbeat of nations all over the world, whether it is the trumpeting sound of an announcer yelling goal at a soccer match in South America or Europe, the rumbling thud of a collision in a rugby match in Australia or New Zealand, or the high pitched whistle ending a play during a football game in the United States. People are passionate about their respective team and sport. The question is, how does this multi-billion-dollar market affect local economies? Sports and business must be one and the same for success, but how? Do, this present of, do the presence of sports teams and facilities positively impact the local economy? How has sports become such a global presence? These were some of the questions that I chose uh, to research and to look into in studying for this paper. Athletics has been present in human culture for centuries. According to Kathleen Cordes, in an article entitled Sport of the Aztec and Maya Indians, games, and I quote, games and sports played a significant role in the cultures of the Aztec and Maya Indians, with religious, social, and political ceremonies integral parts of most sporting events. Among the Indians of Central America and Mexico, the primary sport which emerged early in their history was entitled the ball game. She continues. Games were attended by spectators, including nobility with betting of gold, feathers, homes, and slaves. Religious, political, and social customs also played an integral role in the game. Tribal quarrels or personal disputes were often settled by the outcome of a ball game. It's safe to say that this game had an effect on all those involved. It settled disputes, it incurred revenue through betting, and caused or destroyed partnerships between civilizations. She later went on to explain that the ball used in the ball game was made of rubber that was made from a plant found in a particular part of Mexico. This rubber ball intrigued the Spanish when they arrived because balls they had used for sports back in Europe were made of leather or hair. This very well could have revolutionized the equipment used for different sports back in Europe. Imagine the new markets that would emerge to sustain discoveries of different materials that could be used for athletic equipment. So, this was fascinating to me because thinking about how business evolutionizes in the global scale, you can see where history has been integral in the growth of sports, and you can see the trends in the business aspect and where nations grow financially and economically because of the influence of sporting events and sports franchises in their economies. Local construction companies bid on new facility projects for sports teams in a given city whenever one is being projected and given the opportunity to be built there. These facilities are multi-million dollar projects. Competing construction companies drive up the value of the market. The competition is great for the economy. Every general contractor, such as the electricians, plumbers, heating and air professionals, and others, also place bids in similar competitions. Athletic stadiums and arenas are some of the most magnificent structures in the cities they reside in. This provides incomparable opportunities for the companies involved. Another major way that sports franchises influence the economy is in the way they create jobs. According to an excerpt from a book written by Roger G. Knoll and Andrew Zimbalist called Sports, Jobs, and Taxes, they explained, and I quote, although the details of campaigns for sports facilities differ from city to city, the basic case for subsidizing them is the same everywhere. First, as in San Francisco, a major facility is said to generate new jobs, primarily because people who attend sporting events spend money at the facility and on other activities while traveling to and from it. Second, a team or an important sports event reputedly makes a community a major league city, in quotations, thereby garnering free publicity and attracting new business. Third, although a city might pay hundreds of millions of dollars in subsidies to attract and to retain a team, the additional tax revenues and lease payments are claimed to be sufficient to offset these subsidies and to make a publicly financed stadium a good investment. To conclude, I just want to say that sports markets are very important to the economies and to the cities that they are present in. Through my research, I was able to find some statistics that were pretty impressive that had to do with some of the larger sports franchises, such as FC Barcelona, a soccer team out of Spain, a few of the football teams here in the United States. These sports franchises generate immense numbers when it comes to revenue because of the tourism, the traffic, where people come literally from all over the world to see a soccer game in Spain. Some fans that have grown up in maybe Chile or Peru, somewhere in South America, that loves SC Barcelona may use their life savings just to go to one game because it's so important to them. So tourism is a big factor. The markets, the hotel markets, restaurant markets, all of these generate huge amounts of revenue in the cities where sports franchises, sporting events occur. This is my presentation. My name is Jeffrey Jaron Hackelman, and thank you for listening.